Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. Welcome to October. Welcome to the October episode of the Yearbook Podcast here. We're going to cover a bunch of reminders today and a couple just helpful pieces of information for this 2018 school year. But first, I just wanted to pause for a second and just mention for all those affected by the recent hurricanes, you may have received actually an email from us a few days ago on the 27th of September. And the headline of the email was #YearbookStrong. And the idea here is if you're interested in reaching out and seeing how you might be able to help a fellow school who's been affected by all this, because we obviously haven't been here, we'd like to help connect the dots. So look for that email from the 27th. If you have any questions, please let me know. But the idea that what we'd like to do is help facilitate schools, helping schools, and specifically Yearbook. And there might be another school that's been affected by the hurricanes that we could put you in touch with and help in some meaningful way. So just wanted to let you know about that. Any questions, please let me know. Next reminder, this is kind of a fun one. It is National Yearbook Week this week, so October 2nd through the 6th. And it's just a week that's designated to celebrating all the hard work that if you're listening to this podcast, all the hard work that you're putting into documenting what happens at your school this year and record it into a book that students are going to love now. And then future years, probably decades from now, it turns into a history book and they get to review it and see what happened in 2018. So again, just a week to look back at all the hard work you may have done in the past and this year going forward on the yearbook. So thank you for that. Time to celebrate. A couple reminders, things to do this time of year. These are common things that I'm talking with parents and teachers and administrators this time of year with yearbook. First one is just a reminder to reach out to your school photography company regarding Picture Day. You've probably already done this, but it's October. I just want to mention it and find out when retake day is, because you'll want to coordinate either getting a CD, depending on the company you're working with, a CD or an email download of all those portraits in a format that we refer to, and if you want to write this down as a note, a PSPA. So PSPA CD or download. And I think it stands for Professional School Photographers of America. And long story short, it's been in existence for decades, and it's a set of standards that all the photography companies have agreed to, as we have, to produce the images in a way that works now with our automated system to help you flow them in alphabetically with a few clicks rather than placing them like the old days. So you'll want to reach out and just check in on that. You should be receiving that from them shortly after retake day, assuming you're having a retake day. Another reminder is to review the studio design covers versus doing your own cover. Again, you have total freedom working with us at Herff Jones. We sent you a yearbook kit earlier, and it has a booklet in there that shows you all the custom covers that our artists have created for you. You're welcome to pick one, and we've collected templates and artwork and fonts that kind of correspond with it. We can activate that for you in eDesign Y Online to help you create the book that matches the cover. If you want to do your own cover, you're also welcome to do that. The full color custom glossy cover is no charge. The gloss, if you have a soft cover, is that $1.16 option if you want that. Don't need to do that, but the custom artwork portion of that is free to everyone. So if you want to do like a student design or maybe a student contest on artwork for the yearbook cover this year, please feel free. If you have any questions about doing so, we have art boards that we can send you there to size for the cover, and you can have students create it on that board, or you can do it online too. So any questions, let me know. Another tool to remind you of is eShare. You may have used this in the past. It's a way to collect photos from everyone else, whether it's fellow parents, teachers, students, just your school's community. It's an electronic form for them to send you pictures for the yearbook. So free to use. If you want me to set that up for you, please let me know. And speaking of pictures, in the last episode, last month, I shared some eclipse photos, solar eclipse that I took in southern Illinois of the last total eclipse. and I'm happy to share those with you. So if you're welcome to use those if you'd like in your yearbook. Maybe match them up with some pictures of students at school looking up, hopefully with glasses safely, and looking up at the sun and watching that total eclipse. You're welcome to use these. All I ask for is maybe a little photo credit, but they're copyright free, so you're welcome to use those. Send me an email, give me a call, and I can send you a link where you can download those high res. Okay, so for the next reminder, I'm going to start by asking you a few questions here, and I want to get you thinking about this and see what you think. So the first question is, do you have any challenges with your yearbook sales for your yearbook? Would you like to offer credit card purchases without having to pay the typical fees associated with that? Visa, MasterCard, 3%. Would you like your community to be able to buy your yearbook online 24/7 instead of sending a check or sending cash to school? And would you like us to help you basically reach out to all those parents who haven't bought a book, say this month, and send them a friendly, time-sensitive, and fun email that comes, it looks like it comes from school, and remind them, hey, click here to buy your book. If you answered yes to any of those, I want to urge you to take advantage of our Order Center, and specifically a program we call Sales Assist. And as we talk here, I'm going to pull up our website just to give you a little bit more information. You can come in here too. So it's just yearbookdiscoveries.com, and under resources, there's a bunch of stuff here. And the first one is Sales Assist. And the idea here is we have in one of our facilities in Kansas City an office full of people, and their primary role is to help you promote your book and collect orders for your book. That's it. And I say that's it I shouldn't say that lightly, because that's a huge job. And for those of you listening, you've managed that for your school, it's a huge job. We do as well, and that's why we employ a lot of people to do just that for schools all over the U.S. So this office is available to you at no charge. The program is called Sales Assist, and to whatever degree you want us to help you. So the most basic help, if you want us to set up an online presence for you where your parents can go online 24/7 and buy their book with a credit card, debit card, or whatnot, and they can do that on their own, completely free. We even absorb the credit card fees from the credit card companies. So we do all that for you. All the way to the other extreme, which is what I wanted to share more with you today, and I have a success story to share with you in the area, is letting us help with a parent email campaign. And the idea here is we send an email out about once a month. It's timely. We've taken into account, we've tweaked it for the last couple of years to fine tune it and take into account, school calendars, typical days off and whatnot, holidays and all that. So we're not sending an email on a holiday, for example, unless fun ones like Halloween. And we have a theme that goes along with that. So the examples I'm going to share with you are really geared towards high school, because a lot of elementary schools, middle schools may not have taken advantage of this yet. So my success story is a high school. It's Hampshire High School, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that. But this is the website. It shows you some examples of emails that go out over here to the left. A little side note, fun fact is all these pictures that we're seeing this year, we didn't do this last year, are student photographs from all over the United States. So it's a nice way to feature student work as well. And again, elementary, middle school, the photos are very different and geared more towards that age group. So keep that in mind. But again, it's a program that really helps sell your books, and it works. And the success story I'd like to share with you today is Hampshire High School. And this is just a snapshot of their e-business website. You may or may not be familiar with this. This is available to you as well at no cost. I'm just going to stop saying that because everything I'm showing you is free. That's why I wanted to highlight it on this month's podcast, because there's no cost, there's no downside to this. We do it all for you, and we obey all the FERPA policies and privacy and all that as far as parent email addresses, which is why personally I blocked out all this information for today. So this is a snapshot of the Hampshire High School results this year, and I talked with Cheryl and Shannon over at the high school and asked permission to share this here with all of you, and I've blocked out personal information, parent email addresses, and all that. The beauty of this website is everything is tracked here. You can track your own at-school sales here, and you can enter them kind of like a register, but everything we field for you, either the phone or on our website, is all recorded here. So any of the information you give us in the master list, which I can help you with, from the school office, including the basics, last name, first name, grade, classroom, if you have like a homeroom or teacher's designation, ID number. And then I'm going to highlight some of these important fields that I've left open for you to see. Confirmation code. For those of you listening, is there anyone out there who's received a phone call or an email over the years from a fellow parent asking if they've bought a book? It always happens. This will help you answer that question. So when they buy a book on our website or with our operator, they can call us toll free and place it over the phone. By the way, they can even send us a check. Excuse me. So for those who really want to use checks, we accept those too. You just got to build in a little time for that. They will get a confirmation code, either over the phone or an email, depending on how they do it. The beauty of this website here, as the Yearbook Advisor, those listening to this podcast, you can then look this up if they call you or ask you via email and say, yes, I confirmed you bought one for your son Ryan on this date. You bought a yearbook, not personalized book, and here's your confirmation code. Copy and paste that back to the parent, and then they can go to our website, put that in, and they can see a detailed report, more than you and I can see here. What time they bought it, what credit card they used, what email address they used, and all that. And you can actually see that here under purchase email address. So it lets them not worry about it because they have confirmation and they can go look themselves and see, yes, I bought a book and here's my receipt, essentially. So the results are astonishing. And that's what I want to share with you specifically on this report. So this report, back up. That email that I mentioned, I showed you an example. The Hampshire High School email, the first one, went out on 9/22, September 22nd at 9:38. That day, 64 people clicked the button and bought the book within a matter of hours, some of them minutes. It was kind of fun to watch. I pulled this report between that day, the 22nd, and the 29th, so about a week, and here are the results. 156 people pushed that button in the email. They're then taken off that email list, by the way, so they don't get future emails, and purchase their son or daughter's yearbook. As a reference point, I pulled the same report, all things being equal, from 1 year prior, and it was 21 sales. So Hampshire High School realized an increase of about 742%, which we're all doing the happy dance because, one, it's amazing, and two, that's the first email in September. These go out about every month. And the beauty is, and I was talking with Cheryl and Shannon about this, is it's automated. There's nothing else you need to do except it's kind of exciting the day the email goes out and you get a copy of it to all the parents. You click this button and refresh it, and you see in real time who's buying what when. And it's just a blast watching that come in because now one, there's interest in your book and people are buying it, and two, you have the budget to do it and hopefully a budget left over. I love for all the schools I work with the yearbook to be a fundraiser, right? So when you watch this and the revenue comes in under total sales here, you'll see, and every penny is yours. We don't keep any of it. That money is in your budget. Once you've paid your bill for printing the books, you have two options. We can either send you a check, which I love to do, or we can roll it into next year's yearbook and you're already ahead for the next year. Your choice. I just love seeing that the yearbook is self-providing. And in summary, this parent email campaign that I'm sharing with you here and the results from Hampshire High Schools is just one example. There's a lot of schools using it. Is just evidence that it works, and I would love to see it help support your yearbook sales too. Two other things: it makes your job easier because we do a lot of it for you, and frankly, it makes it easier for the parents because they can just buy it whenever they want. They don't have to worry about sending an envelope to school. They still can. You can still do that if you choose. And some schools choose not to, and they just say, go to the website, and just watching the revenue come in and focusing on building the yearbook. So there's a long story I want to share with you, but it works, and I just want to show you that it does work. Okay, that is it on the yearbook sales. I'm going to close this. Another reminder I just want to share with you is last month's episode, so September, I shared a couple demonstrations, and it's episode 34Y, and the demonstrations by Mark are uploading images, setting up your ladder, defining what's on every page, and how to activate templates and artwork and all that fun stuff. Those three topics are kind of the most common questions I get this time of year, so I want to just reiterate that in the last episode, we do demonstrations of those. So with that said, I hope you found this helpful. Again, this year, the podcast is a slight different format. It's every month instead of every week. I found that a lot of people I talked to said it was a little too much. I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want to help provide you helpful and timely information in this format. So if you have any topics that you'd like to see, in future episodes, please do let me know. But in closing, please feel free to call, email anytime with any questions. For those of you who know me, I always say this: if I don't hear from you, especially if you're new to Yearbook, I worry, because I never want you to feel like you're bothering me or any of the folks I work with here at Herf Jones. We're here to help you. It's our job. We love it. So please reach out anytime. If you'd like personally, reviewing some of the software, we can do a virtual meeting where I share my screen with you, and we can review in detail as we talk on the phone in real time any part of the software you would like to look at. Also, if there's any specific topic you have, rather than if you get frustrated trying to find an answer as you're learning our software, just stop and ask me, because I probably have a resource that I can show you. And typically we have a library of short video tutorials by my coworker Mark. You may have seen him before, for example, last month. And I can send you anything you need. So if you have a specific question about, again, how to upload pictures and organize them, I can send you a 2-minute video that someone walks you through on the screen how to do that. So please feel free to call anytime. I hope you found this helpful. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you.